everybody, welcome to Mugen Battle 1831, and here we got a pretty nice 1v1 fight. We have Gambit going up against Shadow the Hedgehog, and this battle will take place on a random stage. Hope you guys enjoy. Will Gambit ground the speedy Shadow the Hedgehog with his cutting-edge card tricks?
Come on.
Alrighty, folks, should be a wild one. Round one, here we go. Alright, Shadow powering up that meter, Gambit cannonballing around, gets a big super staff combo on Shadow, knocking him down hard. Now Shadow caught in the corner by Gambit, staff blitzkrieg. Now Shadow gets back up, tries to get away with this teleport trick. Now see, trying to go for the purple finger flick. Shadow playing aerial mind games with Gambit, and then clubs him with a multi-hit aerial kick. Now Gambit bounces back with an explosive card strike. Shadow zips out of the way of it, and Gambit camping out of the ceiling, tries for a staff uppercut. Now Shadow capitalizes with a big dash ball. Now Gambit misses the aerial staff shot. Now Shadow zipping around. Shadow continues to zip around, slide kick catching Gambit. Gambit gets back up, cannonballs all around the stage, trying to wait for an opening on Shadow. As the end, Gambit ends up grabbing Shadow, big shock therapy. Now Gambit tries to camp out on the ceiling with the cards. Misses Shadow, who gets another slide kick on Gambit. Gambit gets back up, rolls behind Shadow, tries to get a special offense on Shadow, zips out of the way, misses the Cajun strike, and misses the second Cajun strike. Gambit cannonballing around, gets the third Cajun strike off on Shadow. Shadow misses the purple energy finger flick. Gambit grabs him, shock therapy, to a big aerial staff combo, and Gambit taking it to Shadow right now, and Gambit with a big staff strike taking Shadow out.
See ya, mon cher.
And Gambit takes round one pretty convincingly. Round two, let's see if Shadow can battle back. Alright, Gambit starts off with a big special, ends up missing Shadow, who zips out of the way. Now Shadow's stuck in the corner. Gambit trying to go at him with that big staff. And now Shadow pinned in the corner, all Shadow can do is block. Shadow zipping around, misses the slide kick. Gambit tries to go for another special, and ends up landing it on Shadow, gets a big super staff combo followed by the shock therapy to a big Sparta kick. Now Gambit tries to cannonball towards Shadow, ends up slamming him with the staff in the face and then clubs him hard. And Shadow battles back with the red energy arrows, followed by the dash ball, and Gambit cannonballing around the air. Shadow ends up knocking him out of it with a big dash ball. Now Gambit tries to block. Now Shadow tries to get a nice slide kick, gets Gambit nicely there. Now Gambit leaps around, misses the explosive cards. Now Gambit turns around, tries to get Shadow with the sweep kick. Now Shadow leaping around, Gambit missed the explosive cards, Gambit missed the staff slam. Shadow's just zipping around the whole entire stage. Now Gambit ends up grabbing Shadow, clubs him in the face with the staff, knocks him back. Now Gambit tries to zip towards Shadow, ends up landing the super staff combo on Shadow, rains some shock therapy followed by the Sparta kick again. Now Gambit tries to rain some cards from the ceiling. Now Gambit turns around, goes for another oh man, it's like Shadow cuts him off out of his special with that slide kick followed by the multi-attack. Now Gambit battles back with the super staff combo. Now Shadow glowing a vicious red color. Now Gambit kicks out on the ceiling, tries for an aerial step shot. Now Shadow gets a slide kick off on Gambit. Now Gambit knocked in the corner by Shadow's dash ball. Now Gambit tries to zip around. Oh, yikes. The Chaos Control freezes Gambit in midair. Yikes. And Gambit slammed by the purple energy field. Is Gambit going to be able to put away Shadow? Not quite. Shadow puts him down with the dash ball. And Shadow barely turns it around in round two. Will Gambit win round three, or will Shadow do it? Round three, let's find out. Alright, Gambit starts up the explosive card trick. Shadow zips right over it, but ends up getting caught in the backside by him. Now Gambit tries to flip towards Shadow, gets a big super staff combo, doing almost a third of his health. Now Gambit knocked back by the purple finger flick. Gambit trying to block Shadow's advances. And now Gambit goes for the explosive card strike. Shadow zips behind him. Now Shadow ends up getting a big super kick combo. Gambit tries to block. Now Gambit gets all up in Shadow's grill. Tries for a special. Shadow zips out of the way again. Now Gambit tries for a Cajun strike, misses that one. Now Gambit tries to grease Shadow in the corner with the sweep kicks. Purple energy burst slams Gambit back. Now Gambit trying to find a way to get at Shadow here. And Shadow continuing to block. And Gambit knocked out of his cannonball, trying to rain some cards on Shadow. Now goes for a big explosive card strike. Shadow grazed by it, knocked down senselessly. Now Gambit trying to block with that staff. Shadow gets clubbed back. Gambit ends up grabbing Shadow, big Sparta kick, and a big aerial staff uppercut. Now Gambit tries to spam some sweep kicks on Shadow in the corner, and Shadow stuck. Explosive card strike, slamming Shadow, grazing him a little bit there. Now Gambit trying to stay with the sweep kick spam on Shadow. Now Shadow ends up knocking Gambit back to the electric orb. Now Shadow knocked back. Shadow ends up knocking Gambit back with the red energy arrows. Gambit tries for an aerial staff strike, goes for the explosive card strike on Shadow in the corner, and Shadow tried to go for the Chaos Control. I don't know if he landed. Nope, he ended up missing it. And Gambit missed the explosive card strike. Now Gambit trying to wait for an opening on Shadow here. And Shadow just leaping about. Gambit trying to get that staff combo going here. As he gets a big sweep kick to a big aerial fist combo. Gambit trying to put away Shadow here. This is going to be a close one, folks. Gambit trying to get the staff combo. Aerial staff strike grounding Shadow in the corner.
Don't mess.
And Gambit seals the deal on Shadow the Hedgehog 2-1 in a very back and forth matchup. And props to Gambit, folks. Him and Shadow had a classic here. And Shadow has nothing to be ashamed of at all. He put up a valiant effort against Gambit. He just fell short in the end. And Gambit riding the wave of momentum here. Let's see if he can keep it up. And Shadow, I'm sure, will bounce back with another win later on. I don't expect Shadow will stay in this losing streak for very long at all. Anyway, stay tuned for Mugen Battle 1832 coming soon. Later, all.